Hi, Gil from Testing Gil here. There's a dangerous trap in AI-generated unit tests. The passing test that doesn't actually test anything. A test is as good as its final assertion or expect. If the assertion is weak and the test passes, you get a false sense of security. Okay, that's also true if you wrote the test yourself. But we're not talking about you. You don't do that, right? So today, we're focusing on the most important lines in tests. This is where our role as humans in the loop is critical. We are responsible to write asserts that give us real confidence. The Towers of Hanoi is a classic puzzle. It has towers with disks stacked on them, all of them from the bottom to the top, from the largest to the smallest, on one tower. The goal is to move all the disks to another tower, but you can only move one disk at a time, and you can never place a larger disk on a smaller one. Today, we're interested in a simple check, that the component renders correctly. Specifically, we're interested in the number of tests and disks. Let's conjure up a test. So this should check if the component renders correctly, and by default, there are 3 towers and 5 disks. Okay, so we generated a test. Let's look at it. As you can see, it did what I asked, but in a weird way. It doesn't actually count the towers. It counts labels. In other words, if the component had a bug and it didn't draw correctly, but it had the labels in place, the test would pass. Now, a test that passes, and for the wrong reason, gives me false confidence. Okay, let's fix it. I need to step in, the human in the loop. I'm going to fix the assertion to what it should be. But we're not testing pixels, we're not doing visual testing. So we'll check something else that tells me that it's drawing correctly. In this case, I would use the CSS class that it's used for drawing. I can ask the AI to generate a test, or I can write it myself, using a bit of knowledge of React testing library. This test checks that the bases and the disks have the right CSS class. It's not perfect, but it is better. The test is more accurate. It tries to find all the disks and bases in the DOM and checks that they have the right class. Okay, AI is great for generating the test and writing the boilerplate code and rendering the component. But the assertion, the heart of the test, is where our expertise is needed. So always check the assertion. Ask yourself, does this really test that my requirement is met? Will it fail if it's not? That's how you turn a generated test into a trusted one. Now, tell me, when did the generated test fail you? How much do you trust your generated tests? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share it with friends, and watch other videos on this channel. Until next time, bye-bye.